Good morning students. Today we are going to start with the new lesson, The Adventures of Toto. Toto is the name of an animal and it is written by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond is an Indian author of British descent. He was born in Punjab on 1934 and he spent his childhood days in Gujarat and Shimla. This lesson is about an animal named Toto. What's an animal? It is a monkey. See, let us begin. Have you ever had a baby monkey as a pet? Toto is a baby monkey. Let us find out whether he is mischievous or docile. We have to find out whether this monkey is very naughty or very calm and cool. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. The grandfather bought the Toto from whom? From a driver, who is mentioned as a driver here? Horse carriage driver. How much did he pay? He paid the sum of 5 rupees. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough. Trough is a container. Generally, we construct that rectangular shaped cemented thing. That is called a trough. In that, he used to tie this monkey. And the monkey looked so out of the place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. So, when the grandfather had seen the monkey, he felt so kind towards this animal, so he decided that he will take the monkey to his home. Toto was a pretty monkey, very beautiful monkey. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep set eyebrows, and his teeth, which were a pearly white, were very often displayed in a smile that frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. So, the description of the monkey is given here. Toto was very beautiful. His eyes are always shone brightly. His eyes are very bright with mischief beneath deep set eyebrows. The eyes, from when you see the eyes, you could make out that he is very naughty and he has deep set eyebrows, and his teeth, which is very white, a very pearl like white color, and it is always in a smiling mood. Isn't it? Very often displayed in a smile, and that frightened people used to get afraid. Who used to get afraid of those smile? The elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. But his hands looked dried up as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. So, in a very funny way he had written, his hands used to look very dry. Why? As if it is pickled. That means he is to be exposed to the sun. That's why it's looking very dry. Yet his fingers were quick and wicked. So, but his fingers are very naughty, and his tail. Then now see the tail. While adding to his good looks, grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good looks. According to the grandfather, what grandfather used to say, tail would add to anyone's good looks. If a tail is there, that person looks beautiful. Say, yet his fingers were quick and wicked, and his tail, while adding to his good looks, also served as a third hand. For the monkey, the tail used to be like a third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch. How the tail is helped him as a hand? Because when he has to jump from one branch of the tree to the another, he can use the tail. And it was capable of scooping up. Scooping up means lift quickly any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. If it is not easy for him to take it using his hands, he can use what? The tail can be used in that place. Once again, he could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. Any softness that might be out of reach of his hands. If he cannot use his hands and take that particular item which can be used, the tail can be used. Grandmother always fussed when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. Grandfather is very much attached to the what animals, but the grandmother always first means showed annoyance, Who used to get irritated when the animals were brought by the grandfather? The grandmother. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. So what did the grandfather decide? He thought that he will keep this animal secretly. From whom? Secret from whom? From the grandmother, until she was in a particularly good mood. So grandfather thought that when the grandmother is in a good mood, he will tell her about the new animal. Now what happened, you see? Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall. So where did they keep this monkey? In a cupboard. A closet here means cupboard, where he was tied securely, or so we thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. So what did they thought? They thought that they will tie him up in the wall. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as naked brick and plaster. What did this monkey do? You just see. When they came back to untie him, they found that the wall was covered by beautiful paper that was removed, and only what was there? Only brick and plaster was there. The peg in the wall had been wrenched from its socket. Wrenched means it was pulled from the socket. Socket here means hole to fit in. And my school blazer, the other's school blazer, blazer is the jacket, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. Shreds means tore into figments, that is very small pieces. What was stored? The jacket was stored. By whom? By the monkey. I wondered what grandmother would say. So who was worried? The author was worried what the grandmother will say when she finds whom? Finds the monkey. But grandfather didn't worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. But grandfather was not worried about grandmother at all. But in the other side, he was so happy to see whose mischievous activities? The monkey's mischievous activities. He is clever, said grandfather. Given time, I am sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. What was the grandfather said? So if they should have given the monkey time, what the monkey could have done? Monkey could have made a rope out of what? Out of the small pieces of the blazer, and he would have escaped from the window. His presence in the house still a secret, but till then, after the incident also, nobody came to know about whom? About monkey. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarters, where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. So grandfather had a large number of pets, which are they? A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat, and the other's pet goat is also there. So sociably together means very friendly way. That is, another word is amiably. So where was Toto transferred? Toto was transferred to a big cage, that is in the servant quarters, where other animals were stayed. But the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companions to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. So the grandfather had to travel to Dehradun. So next day he has to carry whom also along with him? Monkey also along with him. Why? Because the monkey did not allow any other animal to sleep. Unfortunately, I could not accompany grandfather on that trip. Who could not go along with grandfather? The other could not go along with grandfather, but he told me about it afterwards. So what are the things happened during the journey? Grandfather told whom? Told the author. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. So our grandfather decided to carry the monkey in a bag. This, with some straw at the bottom, become his new abode. So the new place was made using the what? Straw. So straw was kept in the below the what? Inside the bag. When the bag was closed, there was no escape, and grandfather closed the bag also. Toto could not get his hands through the opening, and the canvas were too strong for him to bite his way through. So the bag was made of canvas. Toto could not open it, isn't it? So what did he do? Just see. His efforts to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air, an exhibition that attracted a curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. When the grandfather reached the railway station, what started moving? The monkey started moving. Sometimes he used to jump, sometimes he used to roll inside the bag. So the people in the platform, they all observed that something is inside the bag. Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur, but while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a wide grin. Excuse me. So when the ticket collector came to check the tickets, what did the monkey do? Monkey just came out of the bag and he showed his head and gave him a nice smile, wide grin. Grin means smile. The poor man was taken aback, but with great presence of mind and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you." So poor man mentioned here, poor man is the ticket collector. He was little shocked, but with a lot of presence of mind, he asked the grandfather, "You have a dog with you, so you please take a ticket for him also." In vain means it is useless. Did grandfather take Toto out of the bag? In vain did he try to prove that a monkey did not qualify as a dog. Actually, grandfather had an argument with the ticket collector, saying that the monkey is not a dog, or even as a quadruped. Quadruped means four-legged. Toto was classified a dog by the ticket collector, but ticket collector was not ready to accept whose arguments? The grandfather's arguments. And 3 rupees was the sum handed over as his fare. How much money grandfather paid for the monkey? 3 rupees. Then grandfather, just to get his own bag, grandfather was not ready to leave that matter. So what did he do? Just he took from his pocket our pet tortoise. So tortoise was also along with the grandfather. He just removed the tortoise from his pocket and he just showed the ticket collector and asked him, "What must I pay for this, since you charge for all animals? Now you tell me how much money I have to pay for this tortoise." So the ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise. So he just examined the tortoise very closely and prodded it with his forefinger. With his forefinger, he just pushed. Prodded means pushed, and gave grandfather a pleased and triumphant look. Triumphant. Ah, yes, I am victorious. I am the one who won, isn't it? That mentality. Look and said, "No charge. It is not a dog." Then he said that tortoise is not a dog, so you don't have to pay for the tortoise. That was the answer given by whom? By the ticket collector. I hope you understood. Rest of the lesson next class. Thank you.